Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Again, if you guys are looking for the most undervalued investment opportunities in the world, click subscribe. We're going to go over gold and silver. They looked pretty good today. Very strong. I know a lot of people have been waiting for a move in gold and silver. So let's go through the charts. Let's see what if we're breaking anything out, how they look. The way that I view investments, there's a couple of ways I view investments. One of them is I look for ratios and I find value. Second, I look at the charts. The charts collectively tell you what the market thinks. So if you want to look, you can look at a chart and say, well, the market thinks X, Y, Z. And usually there's patterns that form based off what the market thinks. And that's why I do so much technical analysis. So let's jump in. Gold and silver. So what we're looking for is monster pattern change lives. This is what I'm looking for in this presentation, is a big picture view on a bunch of different stocks, companies. I'm looking at some of the commodities themselves. And what I see is gold and silver is looking very solid. I've got the price action today. It was up $30 in gold, 93 cents in silver, and $26 in platinum today. And again, this is only financial education. You guys are going to have to do your own due diligence on all of these companies that I cover if you're interested in the companies. So this is the gold price, looking at it from a very long-term perspective. And one thing I want you to kind of take away here is you get these like flat periods where the price kind of goes nowhere, and then it moves higher. It goes kind of down, goes nowhere, then it moves on higher, and then it kind of, we've got this flat period here, kind of goes nowhere, then we break, and we'll probably see a large move coming up very soon. And the differences here is that demographics and the real estate market is what drives these moves. And I'll give you a whole bunch of information on other presentations about why I think real estate is the driver of these moves. But that's kind of what we're looking at from a big picture view, and I think we're going to break this. There's pattern here, this cup and handle, and eventually to the move to the upside. One thing to look at, the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield. One thing I've noticed is that when yields decline right through here, gold has gotten stronger. So there is a direct relationship. If people think inflation's at a certain rate and yields decline, we get a greater negative yield. And then if we see that inflation is higher than what we thought, that will also push up gold and silver, given that yields remain roughly the same. So that's the drivers. Real negative yields is what drives gold and silver. Platinum. I threw platinum in here because this is a huge, we're at a turning point, basically, where we've got this chart pattern. We broke out to the upside today, and you can see the top is 1250. If you just look back, we're at 1266 right now. So we broke through this pattern. We're up to the upside. Platinum's looking fantastic to move to the upside. This is the gold silver index in relationship to the continuous contract of gold. This is a ratio. And what this ratio is telling us is that we're about to see a very strong outperformance of the gold and silver index in relationship to gold and silver. So we're popping up here, and this is going to be an outperformance of those companies. So now's the time, in my opinion, and where I am investing is in the gold and silver mining companies. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different gold and silver mining company charts from a big long-term perspective. And I think big moves are going to be coming very soon. Very soon being this year, at the latest next year. So here's GDX. It's an ETF. And you can just see this big downtrend line. We're going to come up and try to test this big downtrend line. When we break these big downtrend lines, we could see a nice large move higher over time. So that's why these are so important, these trend lines, these patterns. because the psychological containment of the herd, everyone trading in the markets, that containment ceases to exist on the chart. So it'll move far higher. And these are just long-term pictures of some of these ETFs and individual companies. Right here, right now, we're about to break to the upside for SILJ. This looks fantastic from a long-term perspective. Hecla Mining just peaking out right now. This is a breakout. That's why it went up 16% today, because it's breaking out of this 40-year, 50-year. That's a 50-year. No, 60-year. It's 2021, 60-year chart pattern from 1981 back here. Wow. This could move a very big distance here. Hecla Mining looks fantastic. First Majestic Silver broke out, pulled back, and I bet you this is going to head a lot higher. Same with Mag Silver. Big chart break pattern here. Broke the resistance to the upside. It was moving sideways, and now it looks like we're ready to go to the upside and move. Discovery Silver, we're still coiling up in this pattern here. Hopefully we break to the upside, not the downside. We'll have to watch that. Wheaton Precious Metals, we broke this downtrend line. Came on up, tried to break through this guy, sold back off. I think we'll break through it now. It's pretty common for a stock to head towards something, hit some major resistance, and get sold off. Pretty normal. Newmont Corporation, big gold producer, big trend line here, and we're coming up and going to try to break through this, I think, at some point. It's got a little more ways to go. Newmont's also a copper company. It's copper gold. Anglo Ashanti Limited, this is another large company all the way back in the 80s. We're still in this downtrend. Got to break it. And if we break these downtrend, I mean, these are some massive breaks if they do break. And then Franco-Nevada Corporation, you can see this. We're hit our head on this resistance line a couple times and we broke through it. I think this is ready to move to the upside. If gold goes higher, I have no doubt that Franco-Nevada will move higher. So, again, big chart patterns, big breaks. Some of them are right there. Some have broken out. I own some of these. I own a lot of them, and I'm just holding on, and I'm waiting for the move. I think the move's here. I think it just started. So I'm ready for it. I've been waiting for a while. I mean, since August of that big pullback of last year. So it's time. It's time to go. Let's see this thing move to the upside. Let's all hope for the best. Let's hope the momentum continues. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.